Hi there and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to go for a pink and green color combination and I came up with this smoky eyeliner that's green with a pink lower lash line. I didn't really do colorful looks lately. This is really nice, stepping back into more colorful creative makeup. Anyway, let's get into the tutorial. Since I don't really care about the longevity of the eyeshadow today, I'm gonna use just a bit of concealer as an eyeshadow base. Normally I would go for an eyeshadow primer, so I feel like with eyeshadow primers the eyeshadow lasts a little bit longer than by just using regular concealer. Just keep that in mind. If you've been using concealer as an eyeshadow base and it doesn't last that well on you, you can try an actual eyeshadow primer. I think it really makes a difference. But today, like I said, I'm not really going anywhere, so I don't really care about how well this lasts. So I just want to cancel out the discoloration on my lids, and that's all. And I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. And I'm gonna set it into place with a bit of translucent powder. So the idea today is to have a pretty intense upper lid that is gonna be green in combination with a pink lower lash line. I'm gonna start with a black pencil base. I'm gonna cover it afterwards with green eyeshadow. But for now I want the intensity that the black pencil will give me. So I'm gonna place it at the base of my lashes. I'm kind of doing winged eyeliner, but I'm usually doing my liner only on the outer half of my lid. But again, depends on your preferences. If you want, you can take the pencil all over your lash line. I prefer placing it only on the outer corner because I have closed-set eyes, and this placement kind of visually spaces my eyes apart a bit, as well as really helps extending them. I'm gonna take a pencil brush, which I'm using a Morphe 149. I noticed that they don't have this brush anymore. Probably they discontinued it. Maybe they replaced it with something similar. I hope they did. I'm gonna do a little trick here, and I'm gonna try to create a bit of an extension on my lower lash line, which I'm gonna connect to this eyeliner thing that I did. So I'm placing a bit of that black on the outer half, on the outer third, I think, of my waterline. And then I'm gonna take the pencil again and smudge it a bit. And now I want to set this with a bit of green eyeshadow, and I'm gonna reach for my Colourpop Hi Society palette, which is, I think, discontinued as well. I'm not very helpful today, am I? I'm gonna take this dark green, which is called Scene. I'm actually gonna use the same eye brush, and I'm gonna go above the pencil. This will, of course, shift the color a bit, but the black underneath is gonna create a more deep green than the one in the pan, of course. So it's gonna mix with the pencil, creating a darker shade of green. I shouldn't have applied it here on the lower lash line, but whatever. Now with the green shade, I'm slightly gonna go above where I applied the pencil to create some sort of a gradient, a smoky eyeliner. And I want to blend it even more with the lighter green. So I'm gonna pick another brush. I have here Morphe 507. I think this will work. And I'm gonna go for Don't Care here in the palette. This is a very bright green. And I'm gonna use it to blend a bit more. So I'm placing it above that darker green. I'm going to go back to my previous brush just to make sure that this is really well blended. So I'm placing the dark green in between the eyeliner and the light green again. Because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my blending, I like the colors to be very well diffused into one another. And I think I'm gonna leave the top lid like this for now. I applied some mascara and false lashes. I only applied outer corner eyelashes, so there are lashes that are cut in half, and only apply them to my outer corner. That again emphasize that extension of the eye. And also, depending how you place them, they can actually lift your outer corner visually a bit. So now I'm ready to do my face makeup. I'm gonna breeze through it. As foundation today, I'm gonna go for the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint with vitamin C. And since I'm too lazy to wash my sponge, I'm gonna use a brush today, which is not something that I usually do. For my face makeup, I prefer using a beauty sponge. But anyway, I'm gonna use this brush from Morphe. It has no number, it's from a brush set. Any dense brush works. You gotta make sure that it's not too fluffy. Otherwise, it's not really ideal for cream products. Even with the brush, I'm using tapping motions, so I'm not necessarily doing that, even though I don't think that's an issue anyway. But by tapping, you won't create brush strokes, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I might have applied a bit too much product, it seems. I'm so used to the sponge, and the sponge kind of absorbs a bit of the product, so I think I'm used to using a bit more to make up for the fact that the sponge absorbs a bit of it. But with the brush, there's no need to apply more foundation. I'm gonna try to blend it as well as I can. Wow, I absolutely hate the finish. I should have washed my sponge. Anyway, I'm gonna get over it. And as concealer, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser in the shade 7, which is a tiny bit dark for me. I'm gonna mainly apply it in the inner portion of my under eyes. I'm gonna go for a brush. This is a Real Techniques medium shadow brush, which is definitely not an eyeshadow brush. In my opinion, this is a concealer brush, but again, brushes can be used however you like and prefer. The rules when it comes to brushes, they're not that rigid. I think you can use a brush however you like and however it works for you, of course. I'm gonna set with a bit of powder. I have my little travel size jar. I'm not really sure what I have in that. It's the RCMA, I think, no color powder mixed with something else. I think I have a bit of my Peach Perfect powder from Too Faced in there because it smells really sweet. As bronzer today, I'm gonna go for my Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. The lid is broken, but this is a very nice bronzer, especially in summer. It has a very fine shimmer and it looks gorgeous in the sunlight. Plus the shade is also really beautiful. It's not too warm or too cool toned. It leans a bit warm, but it's not, it's definitely not that orangey type of a bronzer. As blush, I have this little Clarins sample that I'm gonna use today. I just use whatever is in front of me. I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. And the brush is a Sigma F10 brush. And I'm finishing the face makeup with a bit of highlighter, going for my trusty e.l.f. baked highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. This is a very, very beautiful, subtle highlighter. I've been using it for a really long time. I'm not sure if it will make that big of a difference, but I'm gonna highlight my inner corner as well with this. I'm using a small definer brush by Juvia's Place. Like any flat eyeshadow brush works. I think I prefer flat brushes for shimmer Okay, and now I can move on to the lower lash line, which is the exciting part because that's the whole point. I wanted to do a pink and green combination. Actually, I'm gonna line my entire waterline with the black pencil to create a nice contrast. Also gonna line underneath my lashes, again to add that definition to my eye, and also kind of lining inside my inner corner right here. I'm not exactly sure what pink I want to go for. I have the Ultimate, I know that's bright palette from NYX, and I have two options of matte pinks. I think I'm actually gonna do a mixture between this and this one. I think this leans a bit purple maybe. Let's see, I'm using a smudge brush from Makeup Addiction. I'm carefully stamping this all over the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna finish with a liquid eyeliner. I kind of want to create that contrast. Especially in my inner corner, I want a bit of an inner corner wing. Let's see how that looks. I'm using this eyeliner from, I think, She. That's how the brand is called, I'm not sure. And I'm gonna create a bit of an extension here. I'm not gonna go overboard. I hope so. I think that's it. I was thinking that maybe I should do an eyeliner on the top lid too, but I think I'm okay with this smokiness rather than having the liner be really defined. I don't know. I'm gonna finish off the eyes with the mascara that I use on my top lashes as well. It's the Falsies Surreal from Maybelline. Just gonna apply a bit of that on the lower lashes to finish everything. Let's see about that lip color. I'm gonna line my lips first. I have the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. I actually want to go for this dark plump from NYX. It's in the shade Pygmy Pink, but I don't want to apply too much. This is really pigmented. I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit here and try to kind of blend it out a bit. And I'm gonna apply a bit of the fat lip oil, again from NYX, to add a bit more shine since I dulled this gloss down. So this is the look all complete. I wanted to go a little bit more colorful today, and I didn't actually do a colorful look in a while, like combining more than just one bright color. And I think this is such an interesting color combination. Definitely the pink can be replaced with purple if you're into that. I'm gonna head out. I hope this was inspiring in some way. I wish you an extraordinary day, and see you next time. Bye!